G'day YouTube. I've received a number of these shotgun shells. Okay, the detonator part's been cut off. Yeah, I received these in hope that we might be able to use these in our modelling, possibly melted down for our foot or hands or things like that. So the first look is they're all different branded. This is a Phoenix one. This is a Cleaver. There's a Winchester. There's a Viper. I don't know too much about shotgun shells, but anyway. I do have some other colours, but we're just going to stick with these at the moment. Okay, so the idea is we need to try and find how these will work when we going to melt them. If we melt it and it flows, we'll be in good stead and we'll be able to use these for different applications. If it doesn't flow, then the application I was thinking for it won't work. But when we have an extruder, we'll be able to put these in and it'll work then. But it's just the application anyway. Anyway, in here we have 2 bits of plastic. We have the shell, and in here there's some sort of little liner. It just pops out. I believe it pops out. A little tight. It's loose in there, but it's just a little tight trying to get it out. Yeah, I'll just cut that. Okay, so far there's 2 types of plastic. I think there is a third one, but someone was saying that inside here there's another bit of plastic, and that when you fire the shell, it leaves the barrel. It leaves the shell and the barrel, apparently. Don't know. Yeah, don't know. So far we have 2 types of plastic. We've got this one, which is a little ring, and we have the shell. So ideally what we'd have to do is we'd have to wash these if we're going to be using these all the time. Well, anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the oven, and we'll set the oven to about 180, and we'll just watch it and see how it reacts to the heat and how it will flow when the heat is applied. Now, in the oven we go. I just do one as an example. Okay, I've picked the Winchester as the first test subject. Okay, so we'll turn the oven on. Turn to 180. And all we need to do now is just wait. So ideally what we want it to do is we want it to melt and start to flow outwards. If it flows outwards, then we're sweet as. If it doesn't flow outwards, then we can still use it, but just not in the capacity that I was first thinking that we could. What I'll do is close that and we will just wait. I'll bring you back when we've got some sort of movement anyway. The heat's starting to affect our test subject. It is starting to topple over. A bit of a lane there, eh? Yeah, I'll close that back up. Should really try and clean this glass of the oven. I've tried cleaning it a couple of times, but I probably really need to give it a good old scrub, because that's all bits of like dried resin from the plastic and stuff. Yeah. It's a little bit sad, isn't it? Deflating. That's a little funny. Sort of turned into some sort of like little ring. So it was leaning over, then it sort of started to then turn her over and come back down. Anyway, we'll keep watching it. Okay, our paper's not liking this. It's starting to burn. Well, I probably knew that it would start to char, but I thought the plastic would at least give us a sign that it might work. We're at 180 at the moment. I'll increase the temperature and we'll give that a go. It is soft. But it hasn't quite gotten to that melting stage yet, or to the flowing stage. I'll just add another one to the mix while we're here. It really depends on how square these were cut when the detonator part was cut off. This one wasn't quite too square, but that doesn't matter. Now, will different brands work differently? Possibly. But I think you'll find they'd probably be all the same. What it looks like so far is it looks like they're extruded. But could be wrong. I'll just separate that. See, as you can see, it's gone from the large shape, the shell, and it shrunk down to that. Yes, interesting. So far, it doesn't look like they're going to flow together. So what I'll do is, it's probably about 190 now. I'll just give that other one a bit of a press. Soft is formable. I'll up the temperature a bit more. Give that a go. From initially looking at the sample so far, I know we've got writing on the outside, but the center seems quite dark. That possibly could be to do with, like, they haven't been cleaned really yet. Yes. So we'll continue going. Anyway, keep going. Currently the temperature is about 210. I'm going to increase the temperature probably about 220. But at the moment, it's got to that glass stage, but it's just not going to deform as we hoped. Most plastic, like the LDPE, it would deform at this temperature and flow. So, yeah, that's if it's been injected, but this has been extruded. Like a blow mold sort of, so the plastic would be a bit stronger. So doing here, we're up to about 220 now. I'll give that a go. Bring you back. Okay, I'll have to give a stop to this experiment. Okay, our paper's quite burning, but the plastic is far and exceeding what it needs to be. So that is quite hot. I've just taken it out and it's over at my desk at the moment. It's still soft. As you can see, I can cut it. I can deform it. But we are quite black on the inside. Whether that, like I said before, is because it hasn't been cleaned properly. It's starting to firm up now. I can just sort of barely touch it. It's quite hot. Paper's just basically. I can give it another go when it's, once we've washed it. Yeah, the inside concerns me a bit. See, we always knew the outside would look a little bit dark because of the print on the shell itself. But yeah, so if we could probably clean the inside, then possibly we might have a chance of it not being black like it is. Yeah. See, that would be a multi-stage. Well, it'd be a multi-stage process. That if we had like melted it down, then we had to cut off the. Just say you put it in the oven and it melts down, and you get the ring. Then you'd have to cut the dark bit out because it becomes a quite a multi-stage process of trying to clean it up to use it. But I'm putting it down to that it's just not clean enough to go in the oven. So I think it might clean up later on. It's worth putting it in the oven, in the wash to see how the inside turns out. As it currently stands, shotgun shells, doesn't matter what brand it is, Winchester, Sprint, they all turn up like this when we melt it in the oven. So that's no good for the mould. For using it as a moulding plastic anyway. But we might be able to use it later on to make filament or something like that. Yes. We will just have to see what it's like later. But currently at the as it stands, yeah, it's not that great. Alright, so